How you doing? It's a great light show. That's cloud to cloud lightning. Isn't that cool? Hey, Esther. Hey, Delpha. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to see it unless this clears out. The best time was 10:30. I got all my camera stuff ready. Good, how you doing? Oh, look at that big bull light. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm going to try. If I'd have known this was going to be this good of lightning, I would have set up to do some of that. Hey, T. Cool, isn't it? You know, I don't know, Sasha. I live a couple hundred miles from there, so I haven't been down there. The guy sent me an email today. He drives by there and hasn't seen her. So I really don't know, to be honest with you. Hey, Leslie. Good, Sasha. It looks like it could clear up tonight. I hope so. See, we got a severe thunderstorm warning. It started at 8:42. So I'm not out of the water yet. Hey, Rachel, how's it going? Yeah, hanging in here. Not much going on up here. Yeah, I hope if you have clear weather. I mean, there'll be a lot of guys. You'll be able to find it on YouTube someplace, Stephanie. I mean, they market it up a lot. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Love Peace Joy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in West Branch. Yeah. Just sitting here looking at this radar. It looked for about 20 minutes like I was going to get a really good sunset, and then it got cloudy and started raining. But it's been kind of like this since late this afternoon. Yeah, yeah, we're seeing the strongest part, which is south of here. So that's what you saw going by. Oh, good. Glad you like it. Yeah, I have a lot of videos up, like of the moon, uh, the lake stuff, but by and large, people don't have that much interest in them. I keep doing it anyway because I like watching them later, but it doesn't get the attention you would think it would, since people never been there. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a pink moon tonight. Love, peace, joy. Wow, good for you, Sasha. I think I gained about 15 pounds this winter. I'm going to start getting in shape this week, actually. I had my damn garbage disposal get stuck today, so I had to take it off. And when I took it off, I realized it had a couple cracks in it, so I'm going to replace it. I don't know if you've ever searched garbage disposals, but there's a lot to them. All sorts of grades, stainless steel parts, double grinders, if water sits in the bottom. There was a cheap one that was on mine, 3rd horsepower. Yeah, you can get rid of it. Sure is more fun gaining it than it is losing it. That's for sure. Oh, good for you, yeah. Yeah, I knew I was going to be doing that. So I'll get, when I get into stuff, I mean, if everybody stayed onto a workout regime their entire life, you'd look like a fitness model till the day they bury you. It's just not reality. You go through trends, in shape for years, out of shape for months, back in shape again. It just gets boring after a while working out. Hey, Paul, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, good. You like them? Yeah. I've learned a long time ago. You would think you'd have a kind of an idea of what videos would be uh, popular and which ones are not. Of course, the interviews people like to watch, but as far as the other ones, there's no way of knowing. There really isn't. I mean, I'll give you an example. Like, I don't know how many of you have been up around the Mackinac Bridge. It's a beautiful area. That's the longest suspension bridge in the country. Beautiful, Straits of Mackinac, just everything as far as the eye can see is beautiful. And I took a lot of photographs, and I also took a lot of video. And my Jets Pizza got 10 times the videos that those Mackinac videos and photographs got. So you just never know. Hey, Davey, how you doing? It's just really hard to decide. Yeah, it's a good storm you had come through here. The worst of it is what you're seeing. That's just south of us, and it's heading east. Hey, my young, how you doing? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to be. I'd like that. I like flying in this weather, to tell you the truth. I was in a Learjet one time at about 35,000 feet over Pennsylvania, and it was an August night, like 2, 3 in the morning. And there had to have been 100 thunderstorms you could see all over the place that were lower than us, just flashing all over the place in all directions. So beautiful. I wish YouTube would have been around during my flying days. I had some excellent videos. Yeah, it's honestly, that's the last thunder and lightning uh, I've seen, and shit, I can't even tell you when. A couple years. It's like a good old fashioned storm that came through. You could get over it, Davey. There's classes you can take for that too. If you look at the statistics, it's safe. It's way safer than driving. I mean, the commercial aviation, not private airplanes now, but commercial aviation. I mean, it's unbelievable how safe they are. My mom and dad, my dad was never in an airplane. Yeah, my mom was afraid to fly. My sister was afraid to fly. My dad never went swimming either. It's just a thunderstorm heading past West Branch. Hey Heather, how you doing? I tried finding some masks today for a lady down below around Detroit. Nobody had them. I'm still not convinced that those cheap bullshit masks that you could buy everywhere before this are all that effective. I think they're effective to keep the sick person from sneezing on a healthy one, but I don't think the particle count is enough to keep from inhaling a virus. And a lot of it's picked up through your eyes. No, Ron, no, sure haven't. Yeah, I don't think a coffee filter do it either. Yeah, I haven't seen one of these in ages, Heather. It's nice to see. The weather has definitely changed, that's for sure. Oh, blue shop towels? Oh, okay. The lady I know down there is a type 1 diabetic, overweight, and she's really scared. So I got her some hand sanitizer. I'm going to ship it to her tomorrow. Oh, really? Like Little Viking? No kidding, huh? For which one? Just the regular mask? I mean, if that's true, why wouldn't people be wearing them all the time in hospitals? And they're not. Oh, wow. Yeah, we didn't get any of the hail. Hey, Shaniqua, how you doing? Oh, really? That's interesting. Huh. Huh. Yeah, okay. Huh. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, well, that was a nice storm came through. I think it was. So they actually thought about making a trip down there because uh, and just dropping stuff off. Food's far and few between down there, especially to someone like Marguerite that can't walk to one of the churches. Oh, interesting, Little Viking. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Hey, Bo, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, that's a good idea. Love peep show. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's cool. I had a buddy of mine's dad that like sold Granger stuff before they went to selling to the public. He did really well. Yeah, my day is pretty good. Minus my damn garbage disposal clogging up. I needed a new one anyway. There were a couple of cracks in it. I always wondered where that water came from. I know now. Yeah, it is boring, isn't it, Stephanie? Better believe it. You think that YouTube would just be through the roof, but not really. No kidding, Leslie. I wonder how they switch up the machinery to make hand sanitizer. I wonder what kind of conversion that took. Huh. All right, T, hang in there. Good luck. The old migrating birds will have to pull over. Hey, Guara, how you doing? Oh, good. Thank you. How's it going? Yeah. I didn't know they made any rum in Florida. No, it doesn't. I say it doesn't, but she was acting a little weird a few minutes ago. Never used to. No, I didn't set up for it. I was waiting for the moon tonight. No, you can do it easily. You keep the shutter open and you put your hand over front of it. And when a strike comes by, you take your hand off. You'll never catch it. Hitting it with your finger, you're too slow. Hey, Tassie, how you doing? You getting rain down there? You got to work tonight? Only one? You're lucky. You hang in there. You have more than that. Just block them, Tassie. Oh, no kidding, Leslie, huh? Oh, interesting little Viking. Hey, Hitman, how you doing? Yeah, it's really nice out. Yeah, it sure was. Yep. Oh, good for you. Are you still gonna move in with Drew? Hey, James. Oh, you're getting nailed down there, huh? Hey, Coward. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Troy's cool. This is the quiet after the storm. Hi, Audrey. I still can't. I'm still having problems with that studio in YouTube. Oh, okay, Ron. I saw the lightning strike the Sears Tower, I bet 50 times. South. facing south. East, you wouldn't see anything. Oh, okay. Getting it down there, huh? So you're probably around the same temperature we are. Yeah, I'm hoping I get a shot at that moon tonight, James. If it clears out like they say it's gonna. I hope so. That'd be nice. No, the storm's heading east here. This is condos. It's all one big unit. Yeah, I know about them. Yeah, I've been reading about them for years. Yeah, the storm's moving from the west to the east. It's not moving south. I stay up till 1 or 2. Yeah, it'll die out before it gets to you, Davey. You might get a new one though. It's got a lot of water to cover. So there you go. Good for you. Oh, that's okay, Rachel. Yeah, it looks like Mount Pleasant's getting nailed too. Port Huron's getting creamed. Just like the perfect weather for it. Yeah. I like this spring weather. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, Metro Detroit looks like you might get it worse than we do. It's about over for me up here. Oh, is that right? You go around there much in the summer, Davey? Nah, I don't really understand that. You know, I guess ignorance. I was talking to my neighbor who's the uh, comptroller for the local hospital, and I was telling her how, you know, one of the big problems is how ignorant a lot of people are about science. Uh, and that really has an effect on the stupid shit they say. Take it easy. Yeah, I don't really understand that, Rachel. Yeah, probably. Hey, Patricia, how you doing? How's it going? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. You notice it with state aid, like we have a new Democrat as a governor, and that hasn't really boded well for quick relief from the feds. Oh, that's cool, Danny. I see a guy and his young kid just drowned on the river I grew up, about 4 miles south. I just don't know how that happens. I mean, it's that river that I have on a lot of my videos when I take daisy running. I mean, I know it's probably high and everything, but it's like, 30 feet wide. I mean, I know you can drown in shallow water, but it always makes me wonder how that can happen. Honestly, I think a dad would have to have rocks in his head to take a young 18-year-old out in a boat this time of year when the water's high and it's that cold. Just doesn't make any sense. He's some screwball, Tassie. I just got him a strike on his channel for copying my videos. I've never watched any of his videos, but people send me emails about him. Seems like a real dipshit. Well, is he the guy bothering you? Yeah, he seems like an idiot. You'll see these people coming out of the woodwork, Tassie. Yeah, I mean, we're having a huge problem in Michigan with flooding and erosion. Oh, that's good, James. Yeah, sorry about that, Stephanie. Huh. I think we've only got three these virus positive people up here so far, which is pretty low. Yeah, he's an asshole. Like I said, I got his channel a strike about a week ago for copying my videos. He'll make up bullshit, lies. Just block him and get rid of him. Yeah, I'd like to, man. Yeah, it's in Michigan. It's like you can't do that. I mean, they've been doing that for years and getting away with it, but unless you're a billionaire, you're screwed lately. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, Mike. You're right about that. Yeah, good. Just block him, Tassie. If he gets threatening or anything, report him. Oh, that's cool, Rachel. Yeah, Rose City's cool. It's a dead town, but there's a lot of nice places around. Walmart's only letting 1,000 people in at a time now here. Oh, have you, Mike? Which seems like a zillion people, but you don't see anybody when they're doing this. I mean, some of the shelves are still bare, but it's they got a lot more stuff than I thought they would. Yeah, no, that's right. No, yeah, it's actually getting nice out. crazy. Yeah, I really miss being down there and doing some interviews. Yeah, that's what I think, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, Rachel. No, good, Stephanie. Hard to say. I hope it does. I wish it'd rain like this all night long. That'd be great. Love it when it rains like that. Hey, Greg, how are you? How's it going? I haven't hardly watched any TV lately. So that hand sanitizer, before this whole thing took off, I had read a couple articles in some scientific magazines that they said that the hand sanitizer killed too much of the good bacteria. Yeah. Hey, honey bun, how you doing? Oh, you're lucky. Cloudy and rainy here. Yeah, it's hard to find. Oh, wow, Patricia. Hey, Audrey. Oh, interesting, Hitman, huh? Hey, Darter, how you doing? Yeah. Desperate times call for desperate measures, Greg. It is insane, Rachel. Yeah. I've been washing my hands like a gay figure skater. No, Leslie. Oh, okay, baby Kate. That's probably a good idea. Huh, I don't know. Oh, really, mate, Rachel? No kidding, huh? Oh, mom, boy, they sure have some horror stories there. You remember when that pilot was running around saying he was a cardiologist? He pulled that off for about 8 years. Good, Greg. Hey, Mark, how you doing? How you feeling? Oh, did you really, Rachel? Wow. Huh. No, you're right, Hitman. Yep. What do you guys think about me driving down there and giving up some things, just leaving it for them to pick up? Hey, Cruz, how are you? Hey, Dave, how you doing? Did Burning Man get canceled? For sure. Yeah, but they're not out like they normally are. I hate to go all the way down there and for a uneventful trip. Well, I know it's extended at least till the end of April. That's good enough for me. I don't even bother checking it, and I know they're not going to shorten it, so I don't know if it's longer or not. Yeah, I would do that. I would do it. What's irresponsible? Yeah, you can see it on radar down in Detroit. Yep. It's not irresponsible. I mean, and it's also an exception in the governor's mandate, and I don't have it. Yeah, it is, Mark. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be getting out and socializing, just pushing stuff out the window, basically. What I worry about is just you leave anything out unattended and it's gone. Oh, good, Daisy. Yeah. Oh, you don't think it's a good idea, Richie? Richie, the best time to see that moon in Michigan is 10:30. There's also, there's a second part of it too. As I said, I know an overweight lady with type 1 diabetes who can't find hand sanitizer, and I bought her some. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, canned chili and stuff like that. It's an exception, Richie. It's an absolute exception. Law enforcement can't do anything about it. It says so right in the governor's order. Yeah, you're right, Audrey. Yeah. Hey, Jenna, how you doing? Oh, thank you, James. Oh, okay, Dan. They can't give me the ticket. I meet the exceptions. If that's a reasonable thing you can do. It's not against the law to do that. It says right in the order. I like Bowie, Led Zeppelin, and Genesis. Hey May, how you doing? You still alive? That a girl. You go, girl. Yeah, but I'm not going to have any social interaction face to face with people. Zero, none. Hey, man. No, I don't want it. You got that right. I avoided the herpes virus for my whole life and the HIV virus. I don't want the flu to get me. There you go, Stephanie. That's it, Audrey. Yeah. Where are you at, Lynn? Where are you at? That's what it is, baby kinks. That's exactly it. It's essential service. Oh, wow, Rachel, really? Huh. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Oh, I would, Darter. Sure would. Yeah, they're still going, Richie. Yep. Yeah, but she tries to cover it with the dollar store lipstick, man. They're not doing anything, Mike. They avoid them like the plague. Wow. Anything good, man? In Cold Blood, The Onion Fields, and I'd say the Bible, even though I'm not an active Christian. You know, Leslie, yeah, I do. I wouldn't have thought it 10 years ago, but I do now. Sex is a strong urge amongst people. Doesn't it seem like that, Audrey? I was thinking the same thing. Wow, man. No kidding. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Hey, King J, get lost. No, I never even tried smoking. Not once. No. Yeah, gas up in West Branch, it's $1.68, but you can get it for $1.29 in Gaylord. Under $1. Wow, won't that be nuts? And that's something, Lumpy's Joy? Wow. Oh, come on, Darter. Where? I mean, who's next? You're going to be giving gas away? Good for you, Meg. Congratulations. You do have willpower when the cards are on the table. Hey, Allie, how you doing? Yeah, it was really good one earlier, KJ. Had a good time watching it. Hey, Elizabeth, how you doing? Oh, good, thank you. Fortunately, I've had to upload some videos that I've uploaded in the past. $1.12, wow. Oh, I'll see. Geez, see, now that's the kind of thing that scares me. Here we have someone in Australia telling us that they're locked down just like we are. I mean, the world's become a small place. That's the kind of stuff that makes me nervous. If you were in Ohio or you were in West Virginia, I'd be nervous enough. But here you are in an entirely different continent and you're worried about the same thing I am. That's scary. It really is. Oh, wow, dang, no kidding, huh? I'm telling you guys, man, I've said this before, there's still all sorts of airplanes taking off and landing all day and all night long with people on them. What about that? People locked up in a tube for 6-hour trips across the Atlantic. Yeah, thanks, Teresa. It's mainly the kind of camera you have. If you have a good camera, it makes all the difference in the world. Those pictures lately look better because they're high resolution, 45 megapixel images. So a monkey could do the same thing once I showed him how to push the button. I don't believe there's any talent or art in photography at all. I think it's just a learned skill. All you got to do is push a button and look through the hole. It's not like painting or drawing or sculpture. No, that's real talent. I think any old dildo could use a camera. I mean, I'm living proof of that. I don't know who's in them, but they're passenger airplanes, Rachel. Download that free app, FlightAware. It's free. You can put it on your phone or you can put it on your laptop, desktop, whatever, FlightAware. And then just put the 3-letter identifier in of any airport you want. Planes coming and going all the time. And the media is not reporting this, which I find really odd. I also think it's a little strange that Photoshop is definitely a talent. I agree. But taking the photos, not. I would agree. I mean, look what you've done with your avatar, man. It's unbelievable. Isn't that something, Richie bailing out the airlines? Yeah, somebody mentioned that to me, Rachel, but I didn't find any, other articles to verify that. That's possible. I like Jimmy Page. You look at these classical guitarists that you'd never heard of. I mean, that's a whole nother level of guitar playing. No, really, Mike, huh? I agree, Rachel. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, you got my vote on Photoshop being a talent. Oh, okay, Connor. Isn't that something? Wow. Hey, Mike. That's got to be the most common name in the United States, Mike Miller. If you ever want to run a big scam, just go to probate court and get your name changed to Mike Miller with no middle initial, no junior, senior. They'll never find you. Even if you have a Facebook, they won't find you. Doing pretty well, Ruben. How are you? Oh, poor people. Yeah, that's how it always goes. No, I didn't hear that last one. Oh, come on now, Hitman. That sounds like an exaggeration. Are you kidding me? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think any old douchebag can take a photo. I really do. And if you really look at my photos, they're not that great. I'm kind of like run and gun. It's not a studio. That's why I upload practically everything, unless it's just so shitty that even I don't like it. But you look at my bird shots and stuff. I'm not sitting out there in a damn bird outfit for 12 hours trying to get the perfect shot. The bird flies over, I'm going to take a picture. If I get him in the frame, great. If I don't, that's okay too. Even if I get most of them in the frame, I'm still going to upload it. It's not that important to me. The real world's not a studio. That's crazy. Hell, May doesn't make that much giving blowjobs in a day. Yeah, we do. Most of it passed by about 45 minutes ago, covered. Yeah, you would, man. You'd do anything for $1,000 a day. You know it. Shit. Yeah, I have Facebook. I hate it. I never use it. And I get like 500 messages I never answer. I hate Facebook. I got an Instagram. I never use that. I've never answered any of those. Up until about 6 months ago, I mean, I thought it was thoughtful of people to ask questions and, want to know something. But I'd say probably 4 months ago, I just got where I can't answer emails anymore. It's just too many of them. That's all I would end up doing. No, I swear to God, Stephanie. I mean, you look at great painting or drawing or sculpture, some of that kind of stuff. Even people that like build homes and architects. Now we're talking, but just to take a camera and look through the thing and take photos, I don't buy it. I think it's more of a hobby that doesn't take any talent. If you're going to be an artist, you better have some damn talent, or you're not going to be around long. As a photographer, you may not be the best one, but you're going to be good enough to where you can win first place in the county fair and all that kind of stupid shit. I would never, ever consider submitting any of my photos to a contest. I don't care what they think. It wouldn't make one damn bit of difference to me if I took first place or last place. So why bother? Hey, Dawn. Yeah, I hate Facebook. Sucks. People are weird. I mean, when my YouTube channel started getting more popular, all these people try and get a hold of you on Facebook. It's just so wild. No, I think it's more than that, May. I think it's more than that. I don't think Photoshop's a talent. I think you got to really buckle down and study a lot to be proficient at it. But if you look at like raw work product, Photoshop, you got to know something. Taking photos, you don't. And like this camera I got now, I mean, it's a kick-ass camera. I mean, I rarely have a photo I don't like, and I shoot in the automatic setting. Where my other Nikons, I always use manual. I don't need to do that anymore. I mean, I fooled around with Lightroom and Photoshop all winter long, and I haven't used it once yet. I figured I'd want to make dark photos light and, use different hues and contrast, but I didn't use. I wish I'd have known that. I wouldn't have signed up and learned all that boring bullshit. Yeah, I'm with you, Audrey. Yeah, I never fooled around with that marketplace. Yeah, thank you, Paul. Yeah, there you go. Atlanta and everywhere else. Detroit, Chicago, LA, Miami. Thank you. No, there are crazy people. I had people go to the Tim Hortons up here and try to get the girls to get a hold of me at home to come down there and meet them for a coffee on their way up north. Yeah, the only time I don't put a photo up is it's just got to be really crazy where you can't even tell what it is. But I'm not sifting through a bunch of shots and just putting out my best ones. I got a very loose parameter. Oh, I don't believe that, man. I think you're exaggerating. No way. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, it's basically true, Coward. That's true. That's it. You're right. Bingo. Yeah, but Paul, I gotta wonder if the half that are canceled are because of weather. or no people. I mean, we just don't know. Playboy bunnies, now we're talking. I did model photography in Chicago for a while, and I hated it. I just hated the whole scene. I really did. I quit after about a week. And the only reason I got that is because they couldn't get anybody else to work for them. And I knew a guy that modeled. It was so unbelievably boring. Yeah, James, that's right. That's because it's busy. You like that, huh, man? No, that's it, Paul. You can't. But I mean, they're not taking off just to practice flying. I mean, there's, airlines will cancel a flight unless they need the plane on the other end for a flight in the morning. I guarantee you, go out to the airport and you'll see people walking around all over the place. Yeah, I just never cared for it. I'm a little old for Facebook too. I'm sure if I'd have come out when I was in high school, I'd be on it. But hell with Facebook. No, I didn't watch it. Not yet, man. No. Oh, no kidding, Larry. The Playboy Mansion was across the street from me, but by then in Chicago, it was sold and they were all already out in LA. Nice building though. Hey, BJ. I think being in that environment, not that I don't think, pretty attractive women are fun to look at, but I just think being in that environment would just be, I've often thought that like managing a topless bar just must be the worst job in the world. Just all the bullshit and the girls and their boyfriends and the customers and oh my God, drug issues, working on the side, liquor control commission. What a nightmare. Yeah, they try and determine elections with it, Hitman. You're right. University of Michigan. So yeah, somebody uploaded a video today on the empty campus of the University of Michigan. Well, I could anyway, Richie, because I fit under a recreational hobby. I could anyway. It's in the, look at section 7, A, number 1. Somebody just sent me a Facebook thing now, which I will not answer. Yeah, it would just be so boring. I don't know that, Rachel. I don't know. But I'll tell you how I found that out. I'll hear a plane going over sometimes. And that's another thing about that flight aware. It's interesting. And there's a button on there you can push, planes near you. So when I hear some big old giant 4-engine jet roaring at 40,000 feet just because the sound's just right and there's not much wind, I hit that button and I find out where they took off from, where they're going, how fast they're going, when they're going to get there. It's interesting. And then after I did that, I thought, well, I'm going to see how many planes are taking off and landing at Detroit Metropolitan Airport, and there are tons. Today, tomorrow, all week long. Yeah, I just could not do that, man. Oh, really, Greg? Huh. Well, I don't think they're empty. I don't think they're empty. And the reason, if they're empty, is because sometimes they need that airplane in Los Angeles for another flight in the morning that they know is going to be needed. Hey, Mark, how you doing? That's why. Hey, Jeff. Doesn't make any sense. Probably CIA agents flying in it. Yeah, I'm not shitting you, Rachel. Download that app. It's not going to hurt your phone or your computer. It doesn't take up hardly any space. See for yourself. It's interesting. No shit. 747s, A380s, big airplanes. I can't believe that any airline would ship one of those thing up into the air with no people on it. Costs a fortune. Hey, Mari, how you doing? No kidding, Greg. Wow. You can't blame Facebook though. Flight aware. 2 words, flight aware. I think you'd really like it. Doesn't cost you anything. Learn all sorts of interesting stuff. I find it interesting. I like just seeing a plane in the air and pushing the button and find out where they're going and all that when they're coming back. When they took off, how long the flight is. But what really I like is how fast they're going. You know, when you get these winds coming out of the west, prevailing westerlies, they get like 680 knot ground speeds. That's like 750 miles an hour. That's hauling ass going east. And then it's the opposite going west. They get a big headwind. And you look at the times, you get those strong west winds in the fall. That's why you have those crazy times from Seattle to Detroit or Seattle to New York. They got a 250 knot tailwind. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, different times out there, isn't it? Oh, that's cool, Mike. Oh, that was nice, your cat. Yeah, I believe about the media being deceptive. No, I know who that. Isn't that sad? My God. I still don't. Something's not adding up on that story, though. I'd like to see the crime scene there. No, it's not a crime scene, it's an accident. I just don't believe that you'd get in a canoe and unless they didn't have a paddle in it, I don't know. Something's not adding up there. I mean, it's that windy and then it's going to blow you out the bay. All right, hey man, how you like it? Good for you. Me too, man. We'll get married. I'll gain I'll gain 500 pounds. Then we'll do a reality show and get skinny again. Yeah, internet's great, isn't it? Imagine putting up this bullshit without a computer. Nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah, give me some examples, Mike. Give me some examples of them shutting it down. What are you talking about? Good, Rachel. Yeah, me too, Jen. Good, Dolores. How you doing? Isn't that the truth, Cruz? It sucks. No, what year was that, Coward Strikes Back? What year? I went to school there. I went to school in Ipsy. Oh, good for you, Rachel. That sounds good. Yeah, at the beginning, they told everybody to go to the parks. Crazy. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, Daisy. Spread your tiny wings and fly away, Daisy. She's sleeping. Bye, Hannah. No, I'm eating some Cajun sunflower seeds. Believe it or not. I'm gonna start getting in shape this week. Trying to. It's no kidding. I notice it's harder and harder as I get older. All right, babe. Take care. Push your rubber ducky around the. Push it around. It's tough. Good night, man. Good, Sierra. How you doing? Do you have one, Mari? Good. Elkhart, Indiana. All right. Better bolt down those motorhomes. Oh, okay. That's all right. It's pleasant memories. How did work go today? Anthony, love that place. Good night, Rachel. Download that. Put it on your phone, then you don't need to. If it's fun looking at it. Have a good night. Try and get up there to Rose City. You'll be the only person there. Bring your food with you. Every place is closed. Where are you talking about, Mari? And how do you know this? Yeah, that's the way it is, then. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah. Hey, Mari, you think you could find some people I could interview over there about living on a reservation, that kind of thing? Oh, okay, your clinic. All right, I'll go along with that. I want to interview some people. You know, I don't know on that, Colin. I never get around that area. Yeah, I got a prediction. I got one. I think it's going to go till the end of July. 300,000 people are going to die. Oh, okay, James, you see those elk herds running around up there? Or they hide most of the time? Well, thank you, Mike. Okay, there's Coward. That's Coward's prediction. Okay. Yeah, it is. I like it. Diverse crowd. Yeah. You talking about with the Indians or on the chat? You know, I don't know about that, Audrey, to tell you the truth. Marie works at a clinic. She's a nurse. Ask her. Yes, absolutely true, BJ. Mary, tell her. Yes, quit doing it. Don't take generic Advil anyway. I'm telling you, there's a difference between that and the name brand. I swear to God, for sure there is. Never take generic non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that'd be a really good time. I'll buy you something. I'll give you a gift. Line me up. I'd interview you too, but you might not want to do that, being a nurse and everything, you know, being on YouTube. What's a hoax, baby cakes? No, it's not. I just picked that photo. You just started being able to do that. It was just to show that the chat was going to be on at 9. That's true, Sandy. Yeah, take only Tylenol. He's right. That's absolutely true. Yes, really, BJ. Yes, for sure. You'll feel better now that you quit taking them tonight. What do you think of aspirin? I think don't ever take it when it's expired. I'll tell you that. And because of the price difference, I don't believe in that as much as I do in not name brand versus not generic. But I would not take generic aspirin. I just wouldn't do it. Just doesn't make any sense. Not like you're going out and buying a new Corvette because you bought generic. It's just, you know, the cost risk ratio. It's a no-brainer to me. I read a lot about everything. I've got so many medical books I'm constantly reading. I got a buddy that's a doctor that's a super bright guy that's a fanatic that sends me everything he reads too. I just got done reading a book on ovulation. You having any pregnancy problems at all? Yeah, great, Connor. It was boring once you showed up. Please get lost and put back on your straitjacket, will you? Say hi to Ollie. Good night. Good having you here. Now, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Connor. You're too stupid to keep up the conversation. That's the problem. Hey, Dawn. You know, Tylenol doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. That's good. The problem with aspirin is stomach lining inflammation. If you don't have that, you're lucky. Aspirin's the way to go. Yeah, good for you. It's not really a blood thinner. It's a blood platelet unsticker. It's much different way it works. I think you're right, James. That paper isn't worth a shit anymore anyway. Good night, Mike. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting. Yeah, there you go, Don. Good for you. Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know if it's true though. I mean, who's reporting this kind of bullshit? I want some facts. That's true, Sandy. Absolutely true. It's true. Where'd your son go to medical school, by the way? And was he always a good student? And is he an MD or a DO? Only if you take too much of it and you drink alcohol at the same time, coward. Other than that, it's fine. It can, Larry. It's true. Right. It can. Right. It does make it worse. Well, is Advil acetaminophen? Is that the same thing Tylenol is made out of? Because if it is, then I'm wrong. I thought Advil was ibuprofen. So that was my mistake. You know, I don't know, Mama Moon, on that one. Headaches, from what I've been able to read about, there's some pretty good data on a link to serotonin levels. So I've read some articles that people have had pretty good relief with antidepressants. Yeah, I might have missed that up. You don't take any aspirin, Tylenol, or ibuprofen before you have a fever. Well, why would you? Oh, Advil is ibuprofen. Yeah, that is what you do not want to take. No way. No. Yeah, okay, yeah, then I was right. So no, I stand by what I said earlier. Advil is bad and Tylenol is good. No, it's not, Stephanie. You'd be surprised how much Tylenol you can take before you have liver damage. Now, some people have high liver enzymes anyway, fatty liver disease, blah, blah, blah. If you drink too much, blah, blah, blah. But I've had doctors tell me that you can take 3,000 milligrams of Tylenol a day, no problem. I think the bottle tells you can take 16 or 18. No, BJ, no ibuprofen. Absolutely no way. Tylenol, yes, but do not take ibuprofen. Yeah. They recommend not drinking alcohol and taking Tylenol at the same time, but I can't tell you for sure if that's the prescribed dose of Tylenol or too much Tylenol. I don't really know. You know, they don't do a lot of studies on drinking a bottle of wine and taking your daily dose of Tylenol. So I think they just play it safe and say, don't drink alcohol when you're taking Tylenol. Oh, okay, Jen. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Stephanie, look at it this way from Dr. Tom. You're not going to live forever anyway. No, T-Bone didn't make a bad comment. That's okay. That's all right. That's an okay comment. Tylenol and alcohol has to do with thinning of the blood. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't want to take ibuprofen with this flu going around, for sure. No way. All these things to keep in the back burner, huh? Not to mention that the economy sucks. There are no good jobs around, and insurance is getting expensive. Right on, Stephanie. I mean, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, look, Stephanie, you're going to live 10 more years if you never have another drink. You're going to live 9 more years if you do. What would you do? I'd take the 9. It's just like in this day and age, you just got to take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt. You know, refined sugar, calories, fat, butter, blah, blah, blah. These kooks on TV make it sound like you're going to die the next day if you eat a piece of apple pie with some vanilla ice cream. I say fuck them. Now, if you eat that every day, you got a problem. But when I want a hot fudge cream puff from Saunders, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to lick the bottom of the bowl. So good. And when I want a piece of apple pie with ice cream on it twice a year, I'm going to have that too. They're really ragging on red meat now. Now they're recommending twice a week at the most. You know, right on, Stephanie. Yeah, I mean, this whole deal is like, you know, if you had a crystal ball, you'd know exactly what to do. No, pissing. You don't need any, you don't have anything to worry about. That's nothing. But I wouldn't be taking that ibuprofen if I didn't have to, with this flu virus going around. You know, it makes it worse. And this is for sure. Huh. Who are you talking to, MM? Anybody in particular? Yeah, I had a grandfather, same thing, just shy of 100. Smoked Italian cigars since he was about 12. Yeah, naproxen never did anything for me. Absolutely Remeron. I'd probably be dead if I wasn't on Remeron. I mean, I had a real sleep problem, which I think is related to depression, but I can't say that for sure. But Remeron was a lifesaver for me. It's cheap too. You can get a bathtub full of it for $20. Oh, okay. Do you know the origins of your back pain, Kazan? Do you know what is it? Is it impingement, stenosis? What's going on there? Does anybody know? Okay. Well, what's your pain from, Jen? What's that a result from? There you go, Larry. That's the best advice yet tonight. You know, they say that's the most painful way to die in the world is bone pain. It's the most painful. Even morphine can affect bone cancer sometimes with regard to pain. I never heard that about bone pain and naproxen. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I do think it's funny you mentioned that, Greg, because I was just thinking this morning, I think that makes me fly off the handle. I do. I don't know why. But overall, the good part outweighs the bad. I'd rather sleep 7 nights a week than bitch slap a cab driver once a year. Oh, okay, man. All right. We're getting somewhere. Spinal tap, okay. Oh, no kidding, Jen. Yeah, that's interesting. I've read quite a few books on fibromyalgia. You know, some doctors don't believe it. I don't know if you've ever caught, when we talked about this before, there's a guy named Daniel. It's an what's his name? Not Crab, something like that. If you put in Google pain expert, University of Michigan, he gives a good lecture on pain, Jen. Daniel Craw or something like that. Dr. Daniel Craw or Crab or Crane or something. Just type in University of Michigan, rheumatologist, pain expert, Ann Arbor, Michigan. It'll come right up. Daniel Claw, Clauw, Daniel Claw. That's what it is. Really a fascinating lecture on pain. I've watched it a couple of times. I actually watched it in person. Yeah, only Carrie if it's related to sleep apnea. Other than that, it doesn't mean shit. James, that meloxicam, that's not methotrexate, is it? Okay, Mama Moon. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, bone cancer is a bitch. I don't blame you, coward. They say that's the most painful radiating pain you can have. Yeah, it's very interesting. Smart guy. I think you'll really enjoy that lecture. It's about an hour. And how long ago were you diagnosed with this, Jen? Because I have some really good books on fibromyalgia that I paid a lot of money for. And I don't have fibromyalgia, as it turns out. But I would send them to you if you would like them. They're not doing any good sitting on my shelf, not reading them. Yeah, I mean, there are, Margaret, that's true, but I mean, there's still people out there with chronic pain. But it's interesting, Mara, you know this, phantom pain, chronic pain, the gate control theory of pain, blah, blah, blah. Pain is a very interesting subject. Yeah, these are big, thick, great books, Jen. They really are. I was so desperate, I'd buy any book I heard of thinking that that's maybe what I had. It is a blood cancer, yeah, that's right, yeah. People criticize, you talk to people, chemotherapy, it killed my mother, it killed my grandfather. Let me tell you, leukemia is a perfect example of what chemotherapy can do and how it's kept in check. Diseases like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and other forms of leukemia. It saved a lot of people's lives, chemotherapy. This notion that it kills people is horseshit. It does kill good cells, but look, we know what's going to happen if you don't try it. People respond to medications differently. That's why this genetic testing is so important. Mara, are you up on this genetic testing? Are you familiar with it? Do you do it at your clinic? Do you know people that have done it? Has it pinpointed the medications that help them? Blah, blah, blah. I want to know what you know about this. Which ones, Greg? Which autoimmune disease do you have? That's exactly right, Mary. Yeah, that's it. Yep. It eases pain? Holy shit. No wonder I don't have pain. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Well, tell him thanks. Mari, there's different attitudes about sales reps. And actually, some of the smarter physicians I've known in my life tell me that the doctors blow them off because they just think they're coming in there to bullshit them about trying to use their medication. But he said he's found over the years that they have a ton of knowledge. If you ask them a question, they can answer it. And they will get back to the manufacturer ASAP to answer a question regarding a patient that's been prescribed some of these medications. So he said he thinks that physicians short sell themselves ignoring medical reps, pharmaceutical reps. And he's a super bright guy, so I believe it. Crohn's disease, huh? It is, yeah, that's right. They've come out with some pretty good published studies with regard to child abuse, childhood trauma, and autoimmune diseases. Greg, have you heard of this? And Jen, do you know about it at all? The link between unhappy, abusive childhoods and autoimmune diseases. Have you kept up on this? It's really interesting. Interesting to me, anyway. Oh, okay, Jen. Huh. Yeah, Larry. Yeah. Okay, are they still really good looking, Mari? Or has that changed now that they can't bring you lobster tails for lunch every day of the week? And take the male doctors to topless bars in Detroit for 2 days straight? Oh, yeah, they're intelligent people. And if a lot of the reps are educated. I mean, I've ran into sales reps, besides good looking, they have graduate degrees in chemistry and biotechnology and all sorts of stuff. They're not just a bunch of good looking bimbos. There you go, Greg. Yeah, Greg, there's a lot of good evidence on that now. It really is. I mean, I find it fascinating. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, they sure are. Yeah. I think the reason for that is just like TV anchors and anything else. When you're cold calling, the one shot you got in the door is that some guy is going to let some good looking girl in to listen to what she has to say. Or other than that, they wouldn't stand a chance in hell. Advil and Lee. I don't want to. I'm not sure on those name brands because I don't want to just say PJ. I'm not sure. All as I know is don't take anything with ibuprofen in it. Good night, Leslie. Try not to dream about me tonight. Yeah, pretty much. The guys are good looking too. It's not like it used to be though. Those regulations change where they can't even give you a damn pen with their name on it anymore. And if they bring in lunch, they got to bring it for the whole office. It's not some just Johnny Wad that was on the front of Men's GQ in there wooing all the women to buy his shit drugs made in India. Well, there you go, Greg. Really, it's really something. Bedwetting too. Bedwetting too is tied to abuse. No shit, Leslie. I know if I was a damn doctor and some gorgeous drug rep came in, I'd definitely, how it is. It's human nature. I'd probably just listen to her. But if she was like 520 pounds and hadn't washed her hair in a week, there's no fucking way. She couldn't give me the drugs, let alone listen to a spiel about prescribing them to my patient. Another thing, Mari, they got a loosely fit system of determining if them pitching you is doing much good in your area. I mean, you'll notice if they keep going there and those drug sales aren't up through prescriptions, they get all the data, mail order, CVS, Rite Aid, everywhere. They'll eventually quit coming. Yeah, but you don't want paranoia to cost you a good drink, Virginia. Yeah, non-steroidal anti-inflammatories. That's right. People think because you can go and buy them off the shelf that they can't hurt you. That's bullshit. More people trash their liver with non-steroidal anti-inflammatories, patent medicines, than they do with prescriptions. Yeah. Who is this idiot? I promise myself I will ban all idiots. Yeah, I mean, not that you think you're going to screw these women or date them or anything else, but it's just how it works. But I will tell you this, and this is just my worth nothing opinion. Now that I'm older and I look back, all these good looking people, it seemed like it would have been the slam dunk for a successful life. It may have got their foot in the door places that it wouldn't have got in otherwise, but overall, I don't see any difference, to tell you the truth. I really don't. I mean, might have more sex in your teens and 20s and 30s. And maybe you get a job interview that you wouldn't have got otherwise. But by and large, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Good night, Mark. Fly high in your dreams. That's it. I want you to be a 747 captain tonight as you sleep. Huh. James, have you tried the Enbrel and Humira, these biologics? Have you tried these drugs? Oh, really, Mari? James, do you have to get a prescription for your meloxicam? Methotrexate works good for autoimmune diseases as well. Yeah, probably dank, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, good, Dan. That's good. I mean, people want to be pain-free. What's wrong with that? That's why when Brett Favre got addicted to Vicodin and Rush Limbaugh had a thing with Oxycontin. I mean, big fucking deal. These guys aren't going out getting teenagers addicted to it. They had pain. They liked the feel of being on the drugs and not having the pain. I don't blame them. I mean, I think you have a right to be pain-free. It doesn't mean you got to rob party stores for heroin because your MD cut you off. But come on now, pain sucks. Oh, do you really, Jen? Really, huh? Huh. You may have extra hormones there, Jen. Yeah, I mean that's sort of true, Dank, but I mean there's a minimum basic threshold. I mean, nice personalities doesn't necessarily transfer into sexy attraction. You know what I mean? There was an air traffic controller I used to talk to all the time. And after about 2 years of flying late at night, I made the mistake of landing and meeting her. And she just had the most nicest sounding voice ever. Cute, witty. I mean, witty. I didn't mean cute. I finally went up and met her one night. Not that I'm any damn Brad Pitt myself. Vicodin. That's what he did. That's what he did. He was addicted to him. Yeah. That's right. I think you're just a horny older woman, Jeff. Menopause, you turned a blind eye to it. Yeah, wasn't Cheryl a fascinating person? Isn't it funny how she could just make her money acting like a bimbo on a cruise ship and could slay a guitar like that? What a charmer. Flamingo. I never found her attractive. She looked like a transgender to me, but to each his own. On that note, Virginia, you may like May. Menopause. Now, this sounds like a stupid question, but since I'm not a woman, I'll ask: is menopause a killer for sex with women? Is it game over after that happens, or do you have replacement hormone therapy where you still want a good throb? Yeah. Oh, thank you, BJ. Well, I want to know this. Nah, it's cloudy out. I'll go look, but I don't think it's good. I don't want to go out and get depressed. Nope, that it changes it, or Mara, you can't see the moon over there, can you? It's not a game killer. Oh, okay. Huh. Because I'm a firm believer the whole thing is caused and maintained by hormones, and I just can't figure out. It's one thing if you're lonely and you want somebody around. It's another thing if you want some sex and you're lonely too. But I just wonder with these women in past menopause, whatever age that is, let's say 55, if they still like a good throttling here and there, or if it's just for posterity's sake. Oh, okay, James. Oh, there's Stephanie. There's an honest answer. Now, which is it? Somebody's full of shit. Is it Stephanie or Jen? You guys gave opposite answers. Okay, then I'm not even going to go out and look. Man, I was thinking about when I would first go out parking with girls in high school. I wish I could get 1% that excited about anything. Oh, okay, Jen. All right. Yeah, I've heard that before, but that almost sounds like a punchline in a comedy skit. I can only think when I see these old people getting caught banging in the convalescent center that the only thing that makes sense is that they must not have had too much sex during their 60-year miserable marriage, and that their mind's still working in the way of an inexperienced person, because nothing else adds up to me. Yeah, it's true, Larry. Yeah. She said she had to use lube, or she. Oh yeah. Now we're getting to the brass tacks. Well, you talk about killing the moment. What would she do? Just squirt 3 or 4 ounces out in the palm of her hand and tell you to look over there, like a trick? How'd you pull that off, Chris? I'm assuming that you don't see her any longer. Did that have anything to do with it? Yeah, but you still got to make the plumbing work, Mari. That's easier said than done, which is why Viagra sales are through the charts. Oh, did you, Stephanie? Yeah, that's all right. I think I'm kind of there with you. I think if you told me, hey, I got a young, beautiful Sports Illustrated swimsuit model, and there's going to be a yellow-headed blackbird at your bird feeder at 6 a.m., I'd probably go for the blackbird. Oh, no kidding, Dank. Wow. Ah, okay, Murray, yeah. Oh, okay, Jen. Okay. Hmm. I always think of these Alzheimer's patients and just think all the vacations that they took. Yeah. You see these bullshit shows on TV occasionally, like Oprah when she was on, and other shows like that, and they have these people in their 60s and talking about the best sex they ever had of their life. I call it bullshit. Yeah, I think a lot of people are, Stephanie. You wouldn't know yet, huh? That's a good answer, baby cakes. You got plenty of good years left. There you go. That's right. Yeah. Hey, you know, I don't know why that reminds me of this, but I got a buddy of mine. He just retired from Delta a couple years ago. It's like the second guy in seniority, blah blah blah. His son's gay, and it really bothered him. And he used to say it was because he'd never have grandkids. Anyway, it was about a 15-year period of trying to figure out if the son was gay or not. I said, of course he's gay. I could tell he was gay when he was a kid. He didn't want to believe it, blah blah blah. But I've kept in touch with the son, and I've kept in touch with his new wife, guy, good guy. And he just had a retirement party here a couple years ago, so I went to it. And we're talking shit about gays and stuff like that. And I'm joking with him that I knew you were gay when you were 8 years old. And we were laughing and having a good time. And I said to the wife, the gay guy, I said, "Hey, what kind of dogs do you guys have?" They mentioned having dogs. And he showed me on his phone a picture of those standard poodles with like ribbons in their hair and, just got a fresh haircut. And we laughed our damn ass off. But as it turns out, they really had a couple mutts. But that's what he said. He said he just wants to show people super gay pictures of dogs that people think that two gay guys would own. We laughed our damn ass off. But that's the last time it jogged my memory on using the term super gay. 30s. Now, I'd say the best mine was in my 20s. Yeah. I just think there's something's got to be going on when you're resorting to Viagra and stuff like that. This same guy, this same airline pilot, he's older than I am, but I've known him for a long time. He said it's 90% mental, 10% physical. And there's probably an element of truth to that, Crazy. It certainly is different than when you were younger, that's for sure. Yeah, those were the good days, weren't they? Remember how exciting that was, Jim? My sister had her, first McDonald's up here up north. She was living with a lesbian, even though she's not a lesbian. I'm not in the denial. I don't care. She's just asexual and didn't like men. But her girlfriends that lived with her were all lesbians. And they were always traveling around. She was making a ton of money. And she'd say, "Hey, I'm going to be gone for 3 or 4 days. You want to come up to the house?" Well, when you're young like that, you can use a motorcycle, a boat, an airplane ride. But if you don't have those things going on, and you probably don't because you're going to college and you don't have much money, I knew that when I would ask somebody, I said, "Hey, my sister's house is going to be available up north. It's a couple 100 miles north. Would you like to go up there for the weekend?" I knew when they said yes, it was going to be a good time. It was just perfect. And she was gone all the time. I came up there like lots. Yeah, that HIV shit just started coming out around about them, but it was basically, they were worried about gay guys getting it. It wasn't too much in my early 20s. I mean, I remember we would get up there and nobody'd be around. And just the refrigerator be stocked with all this kick-ass food, beer, wine, liquor, nice house like a Frank Lloyd Wright house. Yeah, okay. Crazy, yeah. Isn't it though, Larry? You're not kidding. Hello, Tia, how are you? Yeah. Mental behavior really runs a gamut. Yeah, that would be sad, baby cakes. Yeah, they're already shutting those down on that sex trafficking, Larry. Once they killed Backpage and Craigslist quit doing it, it was a full out assault for prostitution through the internet. Yeah, what are you talking about, PI? What are you talking about? Search a word. I don't know what you're talking about either. What are you talking about? Anybody got a handle what the PI is talking about? Nobody else seems to. Larry, you got any idea? This YouTube stuff's been glitchy as hell lately. No, I don't think it makes any sense either. No, nobody knows. Good night, Stephanie. Sweet dreams. Oh, this is just an idiot, this PI. So I'm going to get rid of this moron. I figured it was a stalker weirdo. See you later, loser. We could tell you weren't all there in your first comment. Hit the road. Bye-bye. Oh, isn't that the truth, Audrey? Better believe it does. Yeah. Search a word. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, no, I got rid of them, Pam. Yeah, hit the road. They usually show their face pretty early on. Oh, yeah, they're all over, dang. You got to see the written ones. Good night, Steph. Take it easy. Oh, they're all, you get a lot of them, man. You get a lot of, I got them most blocked. That's why, you know, I blocked so many of them, stuff like that. You know, crazy. Just inappropriate lunatics. Yeah, troll. Yeah, that's it. Yep. You know, I can remember when chats first started getting popular on the internet, like 15, 20 years ago. I remember someone talking about a troll. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. Yeah, that's what I say. Yep. Get rid of it. Better believe it. Hey, Mara, are you still there? Yeah, no, you're right, Larry. Yeah. Picture is usually pretty cool. Yeah, it's exempt. Mari, so on those reservations now, you know, with this sovereign nation deal, do the Indians get Medicaid, or is there another program out there for them? Like if they don't have money and stuff, can they get Medicaid? And do they ever pay into Social Security? Like say Indians working at the casino out there, would they pay Social Security? Oh, okay, all right, good, okay. Yeah, I know it, Larry. Yeah, yep. Oh, federal. Okay, all right, good, good. And and how about state taxes? No. Is that clinic you work with related to the reservation? Yeah, I like a good storm though coming through, James. I was hoping we'd really get nailed. Foggy out now. I'm not seeing any pink moon tonight. Oh, okay. So where you live, you don't pay state taxes, right? Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, cool. No, it's a stupid question, but I'll ask it anyway. I'm famous for it. So I couldn't live on the reservation, could I? Because I don't have any Indian in me. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, cool. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, I could, huh? Oh, okay. So one last question here, like on the alcohol and the, you know, the Indian tolerance, blah, blah, blah. Is that a bunch of bullshit? Or is there something to it? Or is that just old school rhetoric that doesn't mean jack shit? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'll get rid of them if I have to. You can blast them too, Pam, if you want to. You could just get rid of them for just typing two stupid letters. Oh, okay. Now, just one thing that I kind of gleaned from the reading that I've done over the years, and this could be crazy bullshit, hey, Amber, and that is the theory is that the Indian has not been exposed to alcohol as long as the white man has, and therefore a long predisposition, genetic tolerance hasn't taken place. Do you think there's any logic to that at all? It doesn't matter. I'd get my own insurance if I had to. I would get it if I had to. I'll be able to get, Medicare in a few years anyway. Next year, no, this year in September. So I don't need to worry about it in September. I'll get Medicare with the supplement. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, when you look at timelines for cultures, yeah. So you think there's something to that? It's interesting. Okay. Good, Saka. How you doing? Yeah, I'm half Irish. So you're saying you're bragging now, Mari. You say you can outdrink everybody on the reservation because the other half it's Irish. You drink everybody under the table. Hey, say, how you doing? Oh, okay, cool. Half Indian and half Irish. Wow, good for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think so. Eskimos are really Indians, Larry. Mara, you're a little young, but do you remember the group uh, Redbone? Do you remember Redbone? They claimed to be American Indians, but really they were Mexicans. And the way they got around that in their biographies were that they said that they were descendants of the Incas and therefore technically Indians, which seemed like a stretch to me, but it worked. Yeah, they do, Jen. Yeah, you're right. Oh, 85. God, I'm glad I'm not there. Forget that. Oh, did you, Tia? Huh? Really? Huh? Yeah, Come and Get Your Love. Excellent song. He just died here a few years ago. There's only one. I think they're all dead now, actually. Yeah, Come and Get Your Love. Boy, you do remember that. You must be listening to the Golden Oldies because really you're 10 years too young. And that came out when I was in high school. That's an excellent song. They got another good song, Witch Queen from New Orleans. Yeah, but they are Native Americans. But if that's true, then why don't they refer to them as Native Americans? Why are they Mexicans? Are you saying it's because they're not from Mexico? I mean, it's weird. It's a weird. I'm seriously trying to figure this out. Oh, Redbone Dog, Pitbull. Good for you. Oh, no kidding to you, huh? Huh. I love going out west. Dakotas, Wyoming, those places. Oh, there you go. That's a good song. I've listened to it about a million times. Actually, Redbone has like three versions of it on YouTube. I'm 64. I just turned 64 in January. Oh, okay. Colonization. That's interesting. Huh. But if you looked on let's say an application to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, they would ask you if you were Mexican or American Indian. So what if you were a Mexican and you checked American Indian? Would they give you some bullshit over that, or why are there two separate boxes? Yeah, Pam, you're right. You're right about that. Oh, well, thank you, Carrie. I feel like it. You haven't seen me in my birthday suit. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know, when you've traveled outside of the reservation, you have to just cringe when you hear people talking about American Indians. I mean, even a lot of people I know, they're just so ignorant on the subject. They just stick their foot in their mouth often. Oh, okay. But you would be, but you would be the, you would be a tribe of the what Indians? Like the same ones, it would be like all the Michigan Indians. Those are the names of your tribes, but it's still like one Indian, like Cherokee or Chippewa or something like that, right? Hey, Shadow Stabber. You would be a Chippewa Indian, but the name of your tribe is Anishinaabe, right? Oh, do you really? Huh. Ottawa, okay. Ottawa, all right. But I mean, let's say so. The Chippewas are like the Indians that own the casinos, like Mount Pleasant, Standish, that kind of thing. But so if you had Chippewas and you had Ottawas, they would be different than two different tribes. That's what I'm a little confused on. I always thought that the Indians, like all the Indians in Michigan, were the same. They just named themselves different. Oh, Adawa. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Adawa. Yeah, Adawa. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, man. Huh. Yeah, it is complicated. I sure as hell never know what I'm talking about. I don't even know. I don't even want to say Indian, like if I'm someplace. You know, you're in a casino or something. I don't want to say, go ask that Indian guy. I don't know what the hell to say. It's tricky with being down around Southwest Detroit. Hispanics, Mexicans, Spanish. Yeah. Huh. Now, Mari, all things being equal, would you rather have an Indian guy or any guy or an Irish guy, or it doesn't really matter? Just let the chips fall where they may. It doesn't matter to you? Oh, okay, okay. So, so that's a cultural name, right? In other words, in Judaism, you could convert to Judaism, but you couldn't convert to being an Indian because it refers to a birth origin and a nationality as opposed to a religion. Am I right? Oh, okay. 2% Native American. Wow. All races? Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's something, Audrey, that's been in the works for a while now. I got you. Huh. So, Mari, if you what if you were filling out an application to the University of Michigan, what would you check when it asks for race? What do you check? Irish or Indian or both? Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Oh, it's interesting. Huh. Now, so on the reservation, you have your own like public schools, right? I mean, did you have the choice to go to school outside the reservation or just inside the reservation? And I'm assuming that when you're inside the reservation, it's all the typical classes, right? As you'd have in any other high school. Yeah, I know, Audrey. Huh. You think I'd know this stuff by now, wouldn't you? All right, oh, public schools. Oh, what a shame. That doesn't seem right. So I'm just curious. Do you have your recollections of how Custer was sold to you as a child, General Custer? Do you remember how that story was sold to you and how you felt about it, or did you just find it out on your own? Who are you talking about, Snoozy? Yeah, but she's a Canadian singer. She can say whatever she wants, Carrie. You know, she lived a lesbian lifestyle for a while. Did you know that? I agree with that, Dowski. Oh, okay, Grand Rapids. Okay. Hey, Davey, how you doing? Yeah, but I wouldn't consider Custer's battle on Native history, at least to an Indian. It would be more like you would look at it different as a kid than I would look at it from a public school as a kid. I'll bet you money. And it's all the way it was packaged. I'm assuming this. Oh, they did to you? What would be the purpose of that question? Why would they ask you that? It's just strange. That's exactly right, Murray. That's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Custer actually had his ass handed to him every time he crossed paths with the Indians before they finally killed him. But he had a very dismal record in confrontation with Indians. Oh yeah, we're partying all night, Davey, tonight. Oh really, Dave? Yeah, he was, Murray. Yeah, he was. That's true. But he had problems every time he fought the Indians, even before that. Did everything, huh, Pam? All right. That's all right. Just pop one of those Xanax. Yeah, that's true. Yep, you're right. Yep. What do you think about the Indians, like the Cleveland Indians, used as their mascot, and the Seminoles in Florida? Do you have a problem with mascots being using Indian signs for their mascots? No, there's a lot of stress going around now, Heather. No bullshit. Nuh-uh. That's old school. That's what your medication's designed for. There's no downside side effect to it anyway. Take your pills, Davey. This is the Western world. There's no need to suffer. You have a medication that can make you better and feel better. You got plenty of time to quit taking it later in life. Don't do it now. Yeah, you know how it really struck me, Murray. I had a guy say to me one time. He said, "You know what? You think that, well, yeah, that they pick the Indians because they're proud of them. They think it's a great symbol for fighting and perseverance." He said, how would you like if after they scored a touchdown, they went and got some gray matter and put a big powder puff on their forehead like Ash Wednesday as a Catholic after they scored a touchdown? Would you think that was such a great idea? And I thought, now that you explained it like that, no. So it always depends who you're asking. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yep. Just, Davey, try this. There's two other things you can do too. Take one every other day or take a half a pill. Take it every other day or take a half a pill. Oh, really, Dave? No, yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, see, yeah, you're right. That's good. See, Davey, you talk to other people that are in the same boat. Yeah, I'm just not one of these meditation people. It's just not me. I wish I could do it. There are great studies that suggest it's beneficial. I just can't meditate. I'm just not the right personality. Yeah, what is drinking safely anyway? What are you talking about? I mean, if you look at drunk driving tickets, it's mostly white people. Yeah, we spell it out here, Davey. Now, BJ, that's coming from an Indian, so we can't dispute that. Yeah, I get depressed even before this bullshit came out. I just came out of about a 3-month depression. No, it's genetic, Davey. It's biological. You can't help it. You're not going to will your way out of it right now. Just do that later. Yeah, I'm the same way, Heather. Yeah. Nah. I wish I could do it. It's just not my personality. I wish I could. I mean, maybe if I was going to get out of 10 years in federal prison, I may be better at it. But just voluntarily and on my own volition, I just don't see it happening. Yeah, sorry about that. I've had problems like that, Dowski. Yeah, big time. Yeah, I don't like the idea of it. No, that's good. Yeah, I just find that, you know, either you can spend 2 hours a day sitting on a carpet with your leg crossed or take a pill. I'd rather take the pill. Sorry. And not only would I rather take the pill, I'd like to wash it down with some red wine, take the carpet and throw it in the trash. Yeah, that happened where I went to college, Eastern Michigan University. We used to be the Hurons. We'd sell, we'd score a touchdown, and a guy in a headdress and a pom pom would run around in circles on one leg. Then all this stuff came out, and now we're the Eagles. The Eagles. What a shit name. Oh, okay, Pam, yeah. Yeah, that's what they're for, CRS. That's what they're for. I take them too. Yeah, I mean, that helps me too. I like it. I do a lot of that, but it's not going to keep me from going batshit crazy. I mean, I like all those things, but it's not the end all be all. I say, Mara, you just need to start smoking the peace pipe. I'll smoke it with you because you're the new good contributor to the chat. Oh, thank you, Intermental. Yeah, it's part of my mental illness, making videos. I'm really 100% believe this. I mean, nobody in their right mind would do as many videos as I do. That's right. I did, yeah. Damn right, man. I'd have to put a, yeah. I never mess with it. You got a lot of good wine places out there, Mark. You really do. Yeah, it's true, Heather. Take it a day at a time. I'm surprised I'm not an alcoholic. My parents are. Yeah, I would agree. Gary. I went through some. I thank Detroit. I wish I could find a way to pay him back. All suggestions are welcome. That's the only thing I felt like doing for like 5 years straight was driving through Detroit all night long. And that's before it was getting better. It kept me in the game, I'll tell you that. I owe that place something, even if they're abandoned buildings and what people consider bad neighborhoods. I owe that area a big one. Oh, you like that, Tia? Oh, that's good. That's good, Davey. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, good for you. Wow. That a girl. Oh, okay, good, Jen. Yeah, good for you. I take that Remeron every night. Sleep like a baby. I think I'd be dead now without Remeron, to be honest with you. I'm not kidding you. You wait till you get that Remeron, Davey. You're not going to need any of this other bullshit. Yeah, you're going to be so much better. If you live near me, I'd give you some of mine. I'd mail them to you, but they can nail you with distribution. That's the last thing I need is a felony conviction through doing a good deed, sending a non-narcotic to a person that needed it. Oh, okay, Heather. Oh, really, Karen? I didn't even know about that, Keystones. Huh. You may be able to, Davey, you may be able to get some of that through those Canadian pharmacies, that online stuff. You check into that tomorrow. Canadian online pharmacies. There's ways around going to see a doctor. Check that out. No, I could not sleep at all. No, I went through a huge long period without any sleep. I sleep like a baby with a half pill of Remeron. I haven't had to adjust it, nothing. No, I'm not saying it never happens. Like I spent a couple days up in the UP when I was videoing those freighters, and I never planned on staying up there. I had to go buy a toothbrush and floss and shirt and stuff. And I didn't have my medication with me. And that's the first thing I thought, God, I wonder if I'm going to be able to sleep. Well, I did. I slept both nights just fine, but I was surprised. I don't think I got into deep sleep, REM sleep. I mean, I hit rock bottom there for a while, you know? Yeah, I read too much. Hey, I've been there, Davey, believe me. Yeah. Nah, it's bullshit, man. It's a 5-minute appointment. Just state your case, why you think you need it, tell them you know a friend that's done a lot for them, and bam, you're there. It's not like they need a big pathology on, you know, a narcotic. You're not asking for Klonopin or Oxycontin. It's a bullshit drug with zero downside. It's not sold on the street. It's actually used off-label for sleep. It's really an antidepressant. You're not going to get, you shouldn't have to jump through many hoops for this. It's a bullshit drug. No, I've never been there. I like to go to Australia. I like birds. Check that Canadian thing, David, because, you know, I think you might be able to get it. Just email them tomorrow. Because I think there's ways around a prescription. They'll give you like a internet prescription through Canada, some bullshit like that. Try it. Even if you got to pay for it and your insurance doesn't want to, it's cheap. I'll send you the $20 or 30 or whatever it is. Yeah, well, you know, first things first, you know. Yeah, made in the lab. Yep. Thank God. I'll tell you what's not made in the lab. These jumbo shrimp I'm eating. Nah, forget that natural bullshit. Yeah, I like that look too. Yep. It's messing up my moon view. Yeah. Good for you. How was it, Mary? Good. That's Ambien, yeah. People murdered their spouses and damn near got off. Good for you, BJ. Yeah, I got him at Walmart. Probably die of liver cancer. You know, shrimp are cheaper now than they were 40 years ago. When I was a kid, if I got a shrimp cocktail for my birthday, it was a big deal. Now I eat a whole bag full for $5. No, these were cooked, already cooked. My deep fry broke. I got another one. Yeah, there's been cases where people have bought cars, bought vehicles, and didn't remember doing it. No, I never heard of that. That's it, Mari. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Nah, it wasn't that big of a storm. The biggest part of it went south of here. No kidding, Davey. No kidding, Davey. Huh. All right, Steve. Good night. Oh yeah, you're welcome, Junior. Good night. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. You guys have a good night tonight. All right, hope you have a good day at work tomorrow. BJ, Davey. All right, good night, Davey. Good night, Captain. Yep. Good night, Jim. Davey. Audrey. Yeah, that's me. I'm improving. Oh yeah, it was a good chat tonight. Thanks a lot, Leslie. Yeah, I'll tell Daisy. All right, Lisa. Yeah, have a good night. Yep. All right, you too, Maury. Yeah, no, it's shrimp. It wasn't high in carbohydrates. I'm gonna brush my teeth, watch a little TV. Yeah, thank you, Heather. Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. Okay, BJ. Yeah, it was a good chat tonight. Learned a lot about Indians. I learned to keep my damn mouth shut. I got brainwashed as a young white guy, still feeling the effects of it all. Okay, Pam. That's a good guess on me eating and wanting to go to bed, T. Good night, Carrie. Yep. Take care. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm I'm not as ignorant now as I was an hour ago. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I appreciate you joining the chat. Thank you. You've been a great addition. Good night, Pam.